Hello everyone and welcome to the Edmonds Racing Preview Show. Well, another winning week and another best bet gets the job done. Well done, fellas. Another winner with Preach, and that makes it 6 winners from your last 17 runners.
It's getting better, I suppose. It's been a bit of a dry spell, but look, all these 3-year-olds are starting to come through. We were hoping they'd be 2-year-olds, but they haven't been as precocious as we'd liked, and they've had all their time in the world, and they're just starting to get to the races and perform, which is great for our stable. Hopefully they can progress. That's the next step now. A couple of these things that stepped out and run well, and Preach was good, very good.
He's lightly raced, had 2 starts at the 1,000, sort of getting ready, and that just looked his race. So
yeah,
we did declare him. You buzzed in early last week. You made him your best bet, and another Trent with another best bet.
Well, it was just common sense. Really. He was fit, third up, and there was no speed in the race, so just boom straight to the front. And funnily enough, that's how his whole family liked to race. He's a half brother to a good sprinter from
years ago.
A number of years ago now. Obviously, his mum's was quite old. Rain Affair, that Joe Pride used to train. I think he nearly beat Atlantic Jewel in the all-age one year, just highballing out front. And a lot of the progeny out of that mare had raced in a similar vein. So he seems to enjoy the same role, and he was really good on speed.
He's one that's had throat op too. So it's good that one's finally come back. So we've had a few of them that haven't, and it's good that it's worked for him. And
I think in the last couple of years they've got a bit better.
Yeah, they do. They are better at it.
Because there can be mental scars that go with that for the horses, can't there?
I suppose the confidence in if you can't breathe, you can't run.
Yeah.
So
even though they surgically fix it, it's sort of the mental side of things.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. You think it had a couple of Windocks and 1 3 Cox plates. So. That's one that comes to mind, but we've had a number done, and not much. They haven't been much good afterwards. But glad he's going well. We think he can get to sort of 1,400 in time. He reminds me a bit of Pepe Lafleur.
Run him into the ground style, sort of.
The day Brad Stewart did that on Pepe the first time he rode him at Eagle Farm, he just bowled him to the front and away he went. This horse is very similar. He's got a high cruising speed. I know that was only an average race the other day, but it was good for confidence, I think, and he can progress now. I'm quite confident. Next 12 months he's going to have a good.
Solid Saturday
have a good 12 months,
anyway.
I think.
Yeah. I was going to ask next aim, but you think basically he can work through his
We'll go to 1,200 midweek, and then we'll give him a crack at 1,400 this time through if he stays sound and fit and all the rest of it. So.
Very good. Well, yeah, the winners are coming on the board. A good sign ahead of the Summer Carnival, which is only just around the corner. And speaking of, you had a few runners step out at the trials this week at Bow Desert. A few that are obviously coming into the summer. Alpine Edge, he was good.
Yeah, no, he's returning good. He looks amazing. Just rode him nice and quiet and clicked him up as he liked, and he won his trial. Without winning last time through, he was still pretty good. He wasn't beaten far in Doom 10,000.
3.5 lengths in a Doom 10,000 behind Marzu, and
pretty good.
And them, they're obviously high quality sprinters, and for him to do that was pretty good. Then he wasn't beaten far in the Fred Best. So look, this could be a good year for him now. He's a sound colt, still a colt, which is fine. Hopefully, he can sort of put that through to the race this time and maybe win a couple. Be good.
Have you mapped out a plan for him yet?
There's many options, isn't there?
Yeah, there's lots of options. There's obviously the summer series here. There's this prep's aimed at Magic Man Day for him. The cutest race looks ideal at this stage, but there are other options as well. So yet to be discussed the other options, but there's have a sort of plan, but. I haven't sort of nutted it out with the owners yet, so we'll talk about that.
One for another day, but good to see him back anyway. And then there was some other performers who caught your eye.
Yeah, we had an all Queensland affair, 3 better than Reddy's and a Spirit of Boom in one trial. Cool and Reddy, obviously he's probably more exposed than the rest of them. I thought he trialled beautifully. Didn't have long off, had a bit of a freshen up. The dream with him is the Magic Millions Guineas, whether or not he's good enough. I suppose we're going to find out in the next couple of months. But
he's probably as good.
That's
we had
where
what's called Scout. He's better than Scout.
Yeah,
not he wasn't beaten far in a Magic Millions Guineas,
No.
and he got him with minimal prize money as well. But this was
Probably needs to win another Saturday race before hopefully going there, to be fair.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it, with these qualifying criteria with prize money, and same with the 2-year-olds, isn't it? You probably need to win a couple to get there.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously
But
the bonus
tail
prize
dra-
money doesn't count either. So
Yeah,
They do have a long tail, by the way. So depending what year you're in, you might be in a bumper year where you won't get a run. You might be in a year where things have happened. There've been injuries and all that, and then the tail gets long, so you can sneak in. But anyhow, that'll take care of itself.
Yep. And any others that the punters out there can follow from the trials?
Yeah. So we had a Tornado first trialer the other day called Mission to Win. He was really good. Like, he knows nothing. He's so green and raw. Got beat 3 lengths, and he's a nice horse to follow for the Lucky Clover boys. They were all at the trials the other day having a good time.
Bit of country atmosphere out there.
Yeah,
It's nice, isn't it?
and that went sour when Jasmine had a fall, actually.
Yeah.
So that was terrible. But a couple trialled up okay, apart from the ones, the Vowels. What's the other filly called? Motivated Miss.
Motivated Miss was
trialled up okay. She's had 3 trials now, so she's heading to the races shortly. A couple of disappointing ones, but they'll all, the first timers are out all trialled as they normally do. They'll bounce out of that and they'll go better next time. And looking forward to it.
Okay, well, few to follow there for everyone as we get into the summer racing coming up. All right, let's get into the preview. Ballina, Friday. I Am Voodoo makes his debut in the Segenho colours here. 3-year-old Hellbent gelding, and finished second in a recent trial down at Ballina, so he's already had the experience.
Had a look at the track and distance, yes. He's taken an age to get fit. He just a really long time. I think that was his 3rd trial the other day, and he's only just starting to look somewhat respectable now. But if we go there, it's not a very good race whatsoever for good Bob's prize money. So he's drawn soft. 1,000 metres blinkers on first go. So I think if he didn't have them on, he doesn't do enough at all.
Nothing, yeah.
He's very, very plain. So needs the blinkers. Soft gate. Just looks like a good kick-off, and hopefully we can take home the prize, good Bob's prize money, and it'll be a good kick-off for his career. But whatever he does, certain improvement. He's still quite large in condition, so going well enough, but might need the run.
Okay, fair old push anyway for him. Hopefully gets the weekend underway, and then Saturday Doomben Tobe, Indian Dreamer, second up.
Yep.
Drops back in grade to a benchmark 75 for the boys over the 1350, and you happy with him first up in a stronger race?
Yeah, he went super over here the other day. Just 1200. It's way short of his best. Ryan Maloney's on this week, so Ryan's had a bit of. He's ridden him well a couple of times, I think. So
won on him.
He won on him
one day.
Probably his last win, I think. So Ryan gets on with him well. Doomben track, does it suit him? Probably not, but he'll be finding the line pretty strongly. As I say, it's a bit of a step down in grade from his first up run over here, but he can run well. He's going well.
Huge amount of speed in the race
Yeah,
too.
suits something swooping hopefully, and as long as that pattern, as long as that sort of tempo happens and you're able to get home from behind, he'll run well.
Okay. Fair old push for him too. So that
Some
lucky,
push, yeah.
lucky.
He's a bit hard to push, poor old Indian Dreamer, but especially at 1350. But
He still might be a run short,
Yeah.
as in his distance. He's going super. He's
Yeah, as
been
in-
going great all prep, but just
but he
he's
could-
building,
yeah, he could run a nice fifth and get beat a length, So he's hard to tip, I think, especially a back marker like
Just
him
his
around
pattern.
him.
Yeah, sure. All right, well, good luck to the Lucky Clover team there with Indian Dreamer. And then that leaves us, Trent, with Saturday Gold Coast Boho Beauty. We spoke about her last week. She contests the heat of the Summer Provincial Sprint Series, but also has another option. You threw a late nom in there. What are we thinking there?
The Sprint Series would be the go. If we can get a run, obviously.
They're going to accept in both.
They're going to accept in both,
Yeah.
But the 1100 here, with the track renovations and whatever they're doing, reduced numbers. So I think
Field
there's
size.
only 8 starters or something from that shoot or
And
from that start.
They won't split that race because of the
Conditions for the
conditions
the
final.
Sprint Series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd like to get a run in that race to then qualify for the final. It's a $100,000 race, I think 3 or 4 weeks later at Eagle Farm, 1,300 metres.
Yeah.
So Obviously scratched her from last week.
Would have been better if it was 1200 though. I think
Yeah, for sure.
Would have suited her a bit better. 1100 is probably back to 1100 or stays at 1100.
Stays at
You know,
1100.
so,
Yeah, right.
You know, only 2 weeks. 2 weeks between runs. Whether they're a bit sharp for her at that distance, but she'll be fine the line pretty strong, I reckon.
We just need to hopefully get into that race and then have a cherry ripe for the final in a couple of weeks' time. 100 grand's nothing to be sneezed at for
Yeah.
sort of horses that are running around the provincial area. So could be a silver lining there after Saturday.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a good initiative for horses in this sort of grade.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's a good target, isn't it? To be able to do that. So let's see.
All right. Well, they're the 3 runners.
Quiet weekend.
Yeah, very
Good.
quiet. You can bloody have a bit of
Off to the
relax.
beach or something.
Yeah, off to the.
After the races.
Yeah. In the
But,
wind.
but before we do that, we need a best bet. So what are we going to go for?
I go Iron Voodoo tomorrow.
That'll do me.
Iron Voodoo
Iron
in
Voodoo.
agreement
Snuck
once
in first.
again.
Wow.
Well, you've been informed, so
I think we're about. Oh well, I don't know about him, but I'm about 4 from my last 6.
This
That'll
guy.
be Dad.
I'm about 4 from my last 6.
Yeah.
I think.
You're,
I'm 2 from the last 12.
we should be keeping tally, shouldn't we? Keep you honest, but then also give you something to brag about.
Something to think about. Yes.
All right. Well, Iron Voodoo. Do we have a price on Iron Voodoo?
No idea.
Okay. Well,
350.
anyway, as soon as the show gets out there, everyone on to Iron Voodoo. Gamble responsibly, though.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. Anything else to add?
Nope.
No?
Good luck on the weekend.
Yeah. Have a great weekend, everyone.